Imagine this. You're reading the morning newspaper, sipping your cup of tea, and suddenly the words on the page don't look as sharp as they used to. Maybe the letters blur together, maybe you need stronger light to see clearly, or maybe driving at night feels more stressful than before. If you're over 60, these are not unusual experiences. In fact, age-related vision decline is one of the most common concerns seniors face. But here's the good news. The foods you choose every single day can play a powerful role in protecting your eyesight. Yes, something as simple and delicious as fruit could make the difference between clear vision and constant struggle. Think about it this way. Your eyes are like little cameras that never take a break. From the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep, they're capturing the world around you. But just like any piece of equipment, the more you use them, the more care they need. After 60, the risk of cataracts, macular degeneration, glaucoma, and general weakening of eyesight increases. The scary part is that many people think it's just normal aging, and there's nothing you can do. That's not true. Science shows that certain nutrients, especially those found in colorful fruits, can act like shields for your eyes, protecting them from damage and keeping your vision stronger for longer. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, "Oh, just another lecture about healthy food," let me promise you this. We're not talking about bland diets or boring salads. We're talking about sweet, juicy, colorful fruits that you probably already enjoy, but maybe you didn't realize how much they're doing for your eyes. Imagine blueberries that act like tiny soldiers fighting off free radicals, or papaya that works like a natural sunblock for your retina. These aren't just snacks, they're your eye's best friends. So here's our journey today. We'll uncover 5 fruits: blueberries, oranges, kiwi, papaya, and grapes, and show you exactly how each one supports your vision. Along the way, I'll explain in plain, everyday language how these fruits work inside your body. By the end, you'll not only know which fruit is best for night vision, but also how to make these choices part of your daily routine without feeling like you're forcing yourself into a strict health plan. But first, let's pause and think about something. Eyesight is often taken for granted until it's gone. You don't realize how precious it is until you struggle to read the small print on a medicine bottle, or when you miss a step because you didn't see clearly in dim light. I've met countless seniors who say, "If only I had known earlier what to eat to keep my eyes strong, I would have done it in a heartbeat." You don't have to wait until problems show up. You can start now, with something as simple as adding a handful of fruit to your breakfast or snack. And let me tell you this. Protecting your eyes is not just about avoiding blindness. It's about independence. Good vision means you can still read your favorite books, recognize faces of your loved ones, drive safely, and enjoy the small details of life, the smile of a grandchild, the colors of a sunset, or the joy of walking through a park without fear of stumbling. These are not small things. They are the essence of living fully. And the right fruits, eaten regularly, can give you a much better chance at keeping those experiences bright and clear. So, if you're ready, let's dive into our first fruit, the little blue miracle called the blueberry. Let's start with blueberries, those little blue gems that often get called a superfood. But what makes them so special, especially for your eyes after 60? Think of blueberries as tiny shields, each one packed with natural plant pigments called anthocyanins. Don't worry about the complicated name. What matters is what they do. These pigments give blueberries their rich dark blue color, and they also help strengthen the blood vessels in your eyes, protect your retina from damage, and reduce inflammation that comes with age. In plain words, they keep the plumbing of your eyes strong and the lens clear. Picture this. Inside your eyes are delicate networks of blood vessels, thinner than a strand of hair. These tiny vessels deliver oxygen and nutrients to your retina, the part of your eye that captures light and sends images to your brain. As you age, these vessels can become fragile and leaky, leading to problems like blurred vision or even diabetic retinopathy if you have blood sugar issues. Blueberries step in like repair workers, reinforcing those vessels so they don't break down as easily. That means sharper vision, fewer floaters, and a stronger defense against diseases that rob seniors of sight. Another reason blueberries are a game changer is their effect on night vision. Many seniors notice that driving at night or even walking in a dimly lit room becomes more difficult. Blueberries contain compounds that help your eyes adjust better to darkness. Imagine your eyes like old light bulbs that take longer to warm up when the lights go out. Blueberries act like a little spark that makes the adjustment smoother, so you're not left straining or stumbling in the dark. And here's something even more practical. Blueberries are one of the easiest fruits to add to your daily routine. You don't need fancy recipes or special diets. Toss a handful into your morning oatmeal, sprinkle them over yogurt, blend them into a smoothie, or just eat them fresh by the handful. Fresh or frozen, they keep most of their goodness. Even a few servings a week can make a difference. Let me give you an everyday scenario. Imagine you're standing in the kitchen and your grandchild hands you their school drawing. The bright crayon colors should pop out clearly, but instead they look a little faded, a little dull. That's a common experience when the retina isn't getting the nutrients it needs. Now imagine that same moment after making blueberries a regular part of your diet for a few months. Suddenly, the reds, blues, and yellows look more vivid. It's not magic. It's nutrition doing its quiet work inside your body. Another bonus? Blueberries don't just protect your eyes. They're also great for your memory and heart, which are two other concerns that often go hand in hand with aging. That means every time you enjoy them, you're not only guarding your eyesight, but also giving your brain and circulation a boost. It's like getting 3 benefits in one small fruit. Some people worry about sugar in fruit, especially if they have diabetes. The good news is that blueberries are relatively low on the glycemic index, which means they don't spike your blood sugar as much as many other fruits. That makes them a safer choice for seniors watching their glucose levels. In fact, their antioxidants may even help improve insulin sensitivity. So instead of worrying, think of them as a sweet, safe treat that works for your health rather than against it. Here's the real takeaway. Your eyes, like every other part of your body, thrive when you give them the right fuel. Blueberries may look small, but they pack a powerful punch in keeping your vision sharp, especially as you move through your 60s and beyond. Every handful you eat is like putting another layer of armor around your eyes. Now that we've met our first hero fruit, let's move on to a citrus classic you already know well: oranges. These bright, juicy fruits are more than just a source of vitamin C. They're also like a refreshing drink for your eyes, keeping them hydrated, resilient, and better able to fight off age-related damage. Now let's turn to a fruit that most of you have probably eaten all your life: the humble orange. You might think of oranges as just a source of vitamin C to fight off colds, but the truth is, they are also one of the most powerful protectors for your eyes. Think of them as natural cleaners, constantly flushing away the damage that builds up in your eyes over time. Here's why oranges matter so much. Your eyes are constantly bombarded by things you can't see: sunlight, pollution, even the glow from your phone or TV. All of these create tiny, invisible stressors in your cells, a process known as oxidative stress. Left unchecked, this stress can damage the proteins in your eyes and cloud your vision, leading to cataracts or age-related macular degeneration. Vitamin C, which oranges have in abundance, works like a mop and bucket, cleaning up those harmful particles before they cause lasting harm. Think of it like this. If your eyes were windows, vitamin C would be the person polishing the glass every day, making sure you can still see the world outside clearly. Without it, the glass gets foggy, scratches build up, and soon you're struggling to make out the details. That's exactly what happens when oxidative damage takes over in the eye. But oranges don't stop at just vitamin C. They also contain flavonoids, plant compounds that act like reinforcements. These compounds strengthen the tiny capillaries that bring blood to your retina, helping improve circulation inside the eye. Better circulation means more oxygen and nutrients delivered right where they're needed. For you, this translates into brighter, sharper vision and a lower chance of those frustrating, cloudy moments when your eyes feel tired and unclear. Another way oranges help? They keep your eyes moist. Dry eyes are a common complaint after 60. Maybe you felt that scratchy, burning sensation that makes it hard to keep your eyes open for long periods. Vitamin C and the water content in oranges help maintain healthy tear production, so your eyes stay comfortably lubricated. Think of it as giving your eyes a refreshing sip of water every time you eat an orange. And let's not forget the most practical part: Oranges are one of the easiest fruits to add to your day. Peel one and eat it as a snack. Juice it fresh in the morning, or even slice it into a salad for a burst of sweetness. If peeling feels messy, tangerines and mandarins work just as well, and they're easier to handle. Some seniors I work with even freeze orange slices and eat them like little popsicles in the summer, a tasty and eye-friendly treat. Here's a scenario you might relate to. Imagine you're at the grocery store, trying to read the tiny price tags on the shelves. Without strong eyes, that simple task can feel frustrating. But by nourishing your eyes with foods like oranges regularly, you're giving yourself a better chance at avoiding those struggles. It's not about turning back the clock, but about slowing it down so you can continue to do the things that matter to you. There's also a deeper emotional layer to protecting your vision. Good eyesight means independence, being able to drive, read, cook, or recognize your loved ones' faces without relying on someone else. Oranges and other vitamin C-rich fruits can help preserve that independence. And if you're someone who worries about losing your freedom as you age, here's a reminder. Every small choice, even peeling an orange today, can add up to a future where you stay in control longer. And one last tip. While orange juice can be good, it's always better to eat the whole fruit. Juicing removes the fiber and often adds unnecessary sugar. Fiber helps slow the absorption of sugar, which is important if you're watching your blood sugar levels. So next time, instead of pouring a glass of store-bought orange juice, reach for a fresh orange, peel it, and let your eyes and your whole body enjoy the real benefits. Now that we've explored the power of oranges, let's move on to a fruit that might surprise you with its eye-strengthening potential. This one is small, fuzzy, and green on the inside. The kiwi. And while it might look simple, it's one of the most nutrient-dense allies your eyes could ask for. Now let's talk about a fruit that doesn't always get the spotlight it deserves, the kiwi. Small, fuzzy on the outside, bright green on the inside, kiwi is often seen as just a fancy fruit. But when it comes to your eyes, it's one of the most powerful defenders you can add to your plate. In fact, some studies suggest that eating kiwi regularly can lower the risk of age-related macular degeneration, one of the leading causes of vision loss in seniors. So, what makes kiwi so special? It's packed with vitamin C, even more than oranges. Just one kiwi can give you nearly all the vitamin C you need for the entire day. And remember what we said earlier, vitamin C is like the cleaner that polishes the windows of your eyes. With kiwi, you're getting a stronger polish, a deeper clean, and even better protection against oxidative stress. But kiwi goes beyond that. It's also loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, two powerful nutrients sometimes called the eye vitamins. These compounds act like natural sunglasses inside your eyes. They sit in the retina, especially in the part called the macula, which is responsible for sharp central vision. Every time sunlight or blue light from screens hits your eyes, lutein and zeaxanthin absorb the harmful rays, shielding your sensitive tissues. Without them, it's like stepping outside on a sunny day with no sunglasses. Your eyes take all the damage. With them, it's like wearing built-in protection all the time. Here's something you might have noticed. As people get older, glare becomes more bothersome. Maybe you're driving at night and the headlights from oncoming cars feel blinding. Or maybe you're outside on a bright day and your eyes take longer to adjust. That's partly because your macula isn't as strong as it used to be. Kiwi helps strengthen that area, so your eyes are better at filtering light and reducing glare. That means safer driving, more comfortable walks outdoors, and less strain when you're reading or watching TV. And kiwi is also rich in vitamin E, which acts like a shield against cell damage. Think of your eye cells as tiny workers doing their job around the clock. Vitamin E protects them from burning out too quickly, so they can keep working properly for years to come. Combined with vitamin C, the two create a strong defense system that slows down aging in your eyes. The best part about kiwi? It's easy to eat. Just slice it in half and scoop it with a spoon. No cooking, no fuss. Some people prefer to peel the skin, but did you know the skin is actually edible and contains extra fiber and antioxidants? If the fuzz bothers you, try rubbing it off gently or blending the whole fruit into a smoothie. Either way, your eyes will thank you. Here's a simple example. Imagine you're at your grandchild's school play. The lights are dim, and the stage is filled with movement and color. Without strong eye health, those details can blur together. But with nutrients from Kiwi supporting your retina, you can enjoy every smile, every costume, and every moment with clarity. These little things add up to a better quality of life, and it all starts with the small choices you make at the table. So, don't underestimate the Kiwi. It may look modest, but inside it's packed with eye-loving power. Adding just 1 or 2 to your daily routine can go a long way in keeping your vision sharp, your glare tolerance stronger, and your independence intact. Now that we've covered the Kiwi, let's move to a fruit that feels tropical, sunny, and sweet: papaya. And this one brings another layer of protection for your eyes, almost like giving them natural sunscreen from the inside out. Now let's step into the tropics with papaya, a fruit that feels like sunshine on a plate. Sweet, orange-colored, and soft, papaya isn't just a treat for your taste buds, it's also a blessing for your eyes. If blueberries are like soldiers and oranges like cleaners, papaya is more like sunscreen for your vision, working from the inside out. Papaya is loaded with vitamin A, one of the most important nutrients for eye health. Without enough vitamin A, your eyes can't produce the pigments they need to see in low light. That's why one of the first signs of vitamin A deficiency is night blindness, struggling to see clearly in the dark. For many seniors, driving at night or moving around the house when the lights are dim becomes scary. Papaya steps in like a lantern, helping your eyes adjust better when light is low. It doesn't mean you'll see perfectly in the dark like an owl, but it can make those situations safer and more comfortable. And that beautiful orange color of papaya? It comes from beta-carotene, the same compound found in carrots. Beta-carotene acts like a double agent. First, it gives your eyes the raw material to produce vitamin A. And second, it works as an antioxidant that protects your retina from damage caused by age, sunlight, and daily strain. In simpler terms, papaya helps you see better and keeps your eyes younger. Papaya is also rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, the same eye-protecting pigments we talked about with kiwi. These 2 nutrients are like bodyguards for the macula, the central part of your retina. They filter out harmful blue light and reduce the risk of macular degeneration. For seniors, this is critical because macular degeneration is one of the leading causes of vision loss after 60. Adding papaya regularly to your meals gives your macula extra strength to keep details sharp, like reading the fine print on a medicine label or enjoying the stitches on a handmade sweater. But papaya offers another hidden benefit. It helps reduce inflammation. Many people over 60 live with constant low-level inflammation in the body, which can also affect the eyes. That's why some mornings you might feel like your eyes are swollen, red, or irritated. The enzymes in papaya, especially one called papain, have natural anti-inflammatory effects. Eating papaya is like giving your eyes a cooling compress from the inside. And let's not forget hydration. Papaya is juicy and filled with water, which helps keep your eyes moist and comfortable. Dry eyes can be one of the most frustrating problems with age. The scratchiness, the burning, the constant need for drops. While no single fruit is a cure, papaya can certainly help your body stay hydrated, which means your eyes stay more comfortable. Here's a real-life example. Imagine walking outside at sunset. The sky glows in shades of pink, orange, and purple. Without strong eye health, those colors can look faded or washed out. But with papaya's pigments and antioxidants supporting your retina, you can see those colors more vividly, enjoying the full beauty of the moment. That's not just about vision. It's about experiencing life in richer detail. The best part is how easy papaya is to enjoy. Slice it fresh for breakfast, add it to a fruit salad, or blend it into a smoothie. Some people even add a squeeze of lime juice on top to make the flavor pop. Simple, delicious, and deeply nourishing for your eyes. So, while papaya might look like just another tropical fruit, it's actually one of the strongest allies in protecting your night vision, keeping your eyes hydrated and reducing age-related damage. Think of it as a natural gift that helps you see not just clearly, but beautifully. Now let's finish our journey with a fruit that has been loved for centuries and praised in both science and tradition: the grape. And believe it or not, grapes bring something extraordinary to the table when it comes to preserving your eyesight after 60. Finally, let's talk about grapes. A fruit so common that many people forget how powerful it really is. Whether they're red, green, or purple, grapes are more than just a sweet snack. For your eyes, they're like a long-term investment plan, quietly protecting your vision in ways you might not even notice at first. The secret lies in a compound called resveratrol, which is concentrated in the skin of grapes, especially the darker varieties. Again, you don't need to memorize the science. What you need to know is that resveratrol helps reduce oxidative stress and improves circulation in your eyes. Think of it like this: your eyes are a garden, and resveratrol is the gardener who keeps the soil healthy, the roots strong, and the plants flourishing. With better blood flow, your retina gets more oxygen and nutrients, which means sharper and more reliable vision. Grapes are also rich in vitamins C and K, as well as antioxidants that protect the delicate tissues of your eyes from damage. This matters a lot as you age, because one of the biggest threats to senior eyesight is the gradual breakdown of those tissues. Grapes slow that breakdown, extending the years you can enjoy clear, independent vision. One of the most overlooked benefits of grapes is how they help with night vision. Seniors often complain about the fear of driving after dark, the glare of headlights, the struggle to see the road, the constant tension in their eyes. Grapes, with their unique mix of antioxidants and circulation-boosting compounds, give your retina the strength it needs to adjust to low light more effectively. It doesn't mean you'll suddenly have superhero night vision, but it does mean you'll feel more confident and less strained when the sun goes down. And just like blueberries, grapes are incredibly easy to add to your day. A handful as a snack, frozen grapes as a refreshing summer treat, or even added to a salad for a burst of sweetness. The options are endless. The key is to eat the skin, because that's where most of the resveratrol is found. If you prefer grape juice, make sure it's 100% juice with no added sugar, but even then, the whole fruit is always better. Think of it this way: every time you choose grapes over processed snacks, you're making a small but powerful choice for your future eyesight. You're not just feeding your sweet tooth, you're feeding your eyes what they need to stay strong. Now let's pull it all together. We've talked about 5 fruits: blueberries, oranges, kiwi, papaya, and grapes. Each one brings something unique to the table. Blueberries strengthen blood vessels and sharpen night vision. Oranges polish your window glass with vitamin C and keep circulation strong. Kiwi packs lutein and zeaxanthin, shielding your retina like built-in sunglasses. Papaya boosts vitamin A and beta-carotene, helping you see better in low light. Grapes bring resveratrol, keeping circulation flowing and your night vision sharper. If you're wondering which fruit is the champion for night vision, the answer is papaya, thanks to its vitamin A and beta-carotene. That doesn't mean you should only eat papaya, but it does mean you might want to give it a special place in your weekly routine if night vision is your biggest challenge. Here's the bottom line. After 60, vision decline is common, but it doesn't have to be inevitable. Your choices at the table, the fruits you peel, slice, or snack on, can add years of clearer sight and more independence to your life. Eating these 5 fruits regularly won't feel like medicine, but over time, the results can be just as powerful as any prescription. So the next time you reach for a snack, remember this: a handful of blueberries, a slice of papaya, a juicy orange, a bright kiwi, or a bunch of grapes isn't just food. It's a gift to your eyes, a small daily act that keeps the world bright, colorful, and clear. And when you can still enjoy the sparkle of a sunset or the details of a loved one's smile at 70, 80, or beyond, you'll know it was worth it.